Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This powerful message reminds us to surrender our worries and doubts to God, trusting in His divine plan for our lives. When we place our faith in Him, we find peace and guidance. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This verse reminds us that with God's strength, nothing is impossible. It encourages us to step out of our comfort zones, knowing that God equips us for every challenge and empowers us to achieve greatness. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. This quote reminds us that we are never alone. God walks beside us, providing comfort and support, even in the face of uncertainty. We can face any situation with courage because He is by our side. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. These words remind us that God has a purpose and a plan for each of our lives. Even in difficult times, we can trust that His ultimate plan is for our well-being and a future filled with hope. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. This quote reminds us to seek God's guidance in our decisions and endeavors. When we surrender our plans to Him, He aligns our paths and brings about His divine will in our lives. The Lord is my strength and my shield, my heart trusts in Him, and He helps me. These words assure us that God is our source of strength and protection. When we trust in Him, He lifts us up and supports us through every trial and tribulation. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not grow weary, they will walk and not be faint. This quote reminds us that when we place our hope and trust in God, He renews our strength. We can face life's challenges with resilience, knowing that He will sustain us. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. This verse encourages us to bring our worries to God in prayer, seeking His peace and guidance. Through a posture of gratitude, we find solace and strength in His presence. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. This quote reminds us that we don't have to carry our burdens alone. God cares deeply for us and invites us to cast our anxieties upon Him. In doing so, we experience His loving care and find rest for our weary souls. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. This powerful message reminds us that even in the midst of trials and setbacks, God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances for our ultimate good. We can find comfort in knowing that His plans are perfect, and He will never leave us. A compilation of inspiring God quotes that bring hope and encouragement to our lives. May these words resonate in your heart and guide you on your journey of faith. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, with God by your side, there is always hope.